Hey guys, what's going on? James here, and in this video today, we're going to be talking about all of the keys to victory for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers Week 5 matchup versus the Bears. Again, we are on a short week. This game is on Thursday, so I will be having 2 videos coming out tonight, and then 2 videos coming out tomorrow as well. I think I'm going to be doing the keys to victory in this video as well as a leading up to the game video tonight, and then I should have the preview video out tomorrow as well as another kind of just more discussion-y type video. So let's get started with the keys to victory. The first point I want to make, and some of the things that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers can do to give themselves a better chance to beat the Bears on Thursday, is containing the amazing pass rush that the Chicago Bears have. I don't know if you guys have been paying attention, but Khalil Mack and Robert Quinn are the 2 main pass rushers for the Chicago Bears defense, and on paper, I think that is pretty darn close to the best pass rushing duo in the entire NFL, and I mean that 100%. Khalil Mack, we all know how great Khalil Mack is. He is arguably the best pass rusher in the entire NFL, right next to Shaq Barrett. But the point is that, Khalil Mack is no joke. Khalil Mack is, again, one of the best pass rushers in the NFL. He's probably going to be going up against Tristan Wirfs, who so far this season has done a pretty darn good job of containing the guys that he has gone up against. He went up against Cam Jordan. He handled him pretty darn well. He went up against Joey Bosa last week. He handled him pretty darn well, to the point where Joey Bosa even came out and said that Tristan Wirfs is a good player that is going to be a great player. That's one of the best pass rushers in the NFL saying that about a rookie offensive lineman. Beautiful. You really could not ask for anything more in terms of Tristan Wirfs' overall start to the season. He has been awesome. Then on the other side of the offensive line, you're going to be having Donovan Smith probably going up against Robert Quinn. That has me a little bit worried, because if I remember correctly, the last time Robert Quinn went up against Donovan Smith, Robert Quinn did a pretty darn good job. So I'm a little worried about this. I'm a little scared. We're going to have to wait and see what happens. Of course, Donovan Smith is coming off of a very good Week 4 versus the Chargers, where he held up very well in pass blocking, and he even improved a little bit in run blocking as well. But now the competition is going to be getting a lot heavier in terms of Robert Quinn, whereas in the Chargers game, he was going up against a backup pass rusher and whoever they had out there, because Melvin Ingram was out for that game. So this is a big step up. So Donovan Smith proved that he can beat a backup pass rusher when he needs to, but how is he going to do against, one of the more underrated upper half pass rushers in the NFL in Robert Quinn? This is going to be pretty darn interesting. But the second point that I want to make here in terms of what the Buccaneers can do to give themselves a better chance to win this game is make your kicks. And I'm not going to freak out about this. Robert Suckup missed a 44-yard field goal. We all saw it. I am getting a little something, a little nervous, but overall, I think everything will be okay. He made all of his kicks after that, so I'm hoping he can rebound, make all of his kicks versus the Bears. We need him to. We can't leave points on the board. Not because I think that the Buccaneers defense can't stop them or anything, but you just don't want to do that anyway. You want to score as many points as you possibly can to give yourself the most cushion to win the game. So missing kicks, that can be, demoralizing. That can be drive killers. All these types of things missing kicks can have an effect on. So Ryan Suckup, hey buddy, fingers crossed, make your kicks please. I just want to point out, Greg Joseph is still on the practice squad. The third point I want to talk about in terms of the things that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers can do to give themselves a better chance to win this game is fix the sluggish middle of games that they've been having. So it's weird. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers offense will come out here. They will have phenomenal first drives. Just go right down the field and score. Everything's looking great. Everything's looking beautiful. And then kind of the rest of the first quarter and most of the second quarter, at least in terms of the Chargers game, and I believe a couple of other games as well, it's just been sluggish to say the least. The offense has been getting some bonehead penalties, drive-killing types of stuff, and again, the only word I can use to describe it is kind of sluggish. Obviously, in the Chargers game, they had a beautiful second half comeback with Tom Brady leading the way, which was awesome, but I think if you're able to play a full game, get rid of that sluggish middle, replace it with some overall good offense, we're going to be dominating teams left, right, and center. So I want to see that start versus the Bears. It is on a short week, so it is definitely possible that we could see that trend continue because this team is still trying to gel, especially on the offensive side of the football. There's a lot of injuries going on right now. Tom Brady, he's having to work with a lot of different types of guys now. So I could see this still continue, but I want to see it improve more and more, and I'm fingers crossed that we can actually see that improvement start in the Bears game because, again, if this offense is firing on all cylinders throughout an entire game, it's literally unstoppable. It's going to be phenomenal once that finally starts to click and gel and everybody starts to work on the same page on the offensive side of the football. I'm not so much as worried on the defensive side of the football because they've been playing together for so long, and in special teams, you know, it's kind of tough to mess that up in terms of being sluggish, although trust me, we've seen it before this year with the Bucs. But overall, I want to more focus on the offense because we've seen them have beautiful starting drives, and then after that, not the entire rest of the game, but just for a little bit of the game, it kind of like dies down a little bit. We lose some of that momentum, and then we rebound in the second half. I want to see a full game played all the way through without having that sluggish middle where things are just kind of stalling a lot and, making bonehead penalties and things like that. So overall, that's something I'm looking forward to hopefully improving in this Bears game. The second to last thing worth mentioning in terms of things that can improve or give the Bucs a better chance of winning in this Bears game is a next man up mentality. So 2 days into the overall week here before this Bears game, and I believe Justin Watson, Scotty Miller, Mike Evans, and Chris Godwin were not practicing. And I think Rob Gronkowski was held out as well. And then also, O.J. Howard he's out for the year. So the point is that pretty much every single pass catcher that the Buccaneers have that were starters are not practicing today. I don't know if that's going to continue. Tomorrow we will probably see half of those guys be practicing. And I think that I'm going to say 75% of the guys I just mentioned are going to be playing in this upcoming game. But I still believe in the next man up mentality. I'm looking at guys like Cam Brate. I want to see him step up, walk into that O.J. Howard role, and really get some targets thrown his way. And I think he can be awesome. We saw him have a touchdown versus the Chargers. He's been a good pass-catching tight end for the Buccaneers for years now. And I think now with Tom Brady, this could be a match made in heaven in terms of the chemistry and the overall ability. Because Cam Brate has still got phenomenal hands. He still catches everything thrown his way. So I want to see Cam Brate develop chemistry with Tom Brady and step into that role that O.J. Howard is now left with injury. On the wide receiver core, they did call up Cyril Grayson from the practice squad. He maybe will get some playing time. We'll have to wait and see. But, Mike Evans will probably play in this game. Chris Godwin, I'm going to say he's probably not going to be playing in this game. Scotty Miller and Justin Watson, I will say that they're both possibly a toss-up, although I think that at least one of them would play. But after that, I'm looking at guys like Tyler Johnson and Jadon Mickens to step up in the wide receiver room. Tyler Johnson really hasn't gotten, both these guys actually have not gotten a lot of action in terms of getting passes from Tom Brady. Jadon Mickens was catching some passes from Tom Brady in practice before the season started, but now he's really been a main piece in terms of the special teams play. He's been a punt gunner, he's been a returner, he's been doing everything. So I wonder if they're just going to keep him in that role so he stays fresh for those opportunities, but I also wonder if they are going to bring him in and have him run some routes out there due to all the injuries that the Buccaneers have in their wide receiver room. So again, that next man up mentality, I'm looking at Cam Brate, Tyler Johnson and Jadon Mickens. If they need to go in there and start making some plays because of some of these guys who are hurt, then they just got to go out there and do it. They've got the best quarterback in the world, the best quarterback in NFL history guiding them, so they're definitely in some capable hands. Finally, guys, the last thing that is worth mentioning to help the Bucs' chance of winning this upcoming game is chemistry, communication, and overpower the Bears' offense. So I've been talking about communication and chemistry a lot this year, and I have to because given all the circumstances of the world, it's a big thing for a lot of NFL teams this year. You've got to continue to build your chemistry. You've got to continue to build your communication because you don't have a lot of time and a lot of great circumstances to build connections. wins. So overall, you got to take what you can get and just work with it. So I want to see that continue to build in this game versus the Bears. But the second point here, just overpowering the Bears offense, you know, I almost didn't put this point down, but the more and more I thought about it, the Bears offense is a weird looking offense right now. And I talked about this yesterday in a couple of videos, but Nick Foles is the quarterback. They definitely have a quarterback controversy there in Chicago. Bruce Arians said that if you have a quarterback controversy or something like that, if you have a quarterback competition, then you don't have a quarterback, which is a really interesting quote. I'm paraphrasing the heck out of it. You guys can go look it up, but overall, it is kind of true. I don't know what Chicago is going to do after this season with that quarterback room. Mitchell Trubisky and Nick Foles could not be back with this team next year, and I really would not be surprised. So pay attention to Nick Foles. He might possibly even get benched in this game versus the Buccaneers if he does not perform well. He had the great comeback versus the Atlanta Falcons, but in the game versus the Colts, he fell flat. That offense looked not good under any circumstances versus the Colts. And fair credit, the Colts have a very good defense, but the Bucs have a good defense as well. So I'm curious to see what's going to happen. The last time the Bucs played Nick Foles, they got him benched versus the Jaguars last year for Gardner Minshew. So I'm going to be very curious to see what happens here. In terms of their overall weapons, Allen Robinson's a very, very good wide receiver, highly underrated in my opinion. I feel so bad for that guy. David Montgomery is a very young and upcoming running back. I think he can do some good things. And I am very intrigued with Cordero Patterson, as well as some of the other speedy wide receivers that they have, like Anthony Miller. Those guys can be used in a lot of annoying ways for NFL defenses, so definitely pay attention to how those guys are used, but also fair credit to some of the Chicago Bears fans who have been commenting on my videos as of late. They've been talking about how their left tackle is absolutely terrible and could literally not stop anything. So I'm going to be very interested to see how the Buccaneers defense does against this Bears offense. Again, like I just said, it may be a scenario where the defense just completely overpowers this Chicago Bears offense, and they aren't able to do a whole lot with the opportunities that they get. So overall, guys, that's all of the points that I wanted to make on the Bucs' keys to victory, things that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers could do to give them a better chance of beating the Bears in Week 5. What did you guys think about all of the points I made? Let me know down in the comment section below. What are some of the things that you think the Buccaneers can do to give themselves a better chance of winning this game? Guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you in the next video or the next live stream. But until then, and as always, guys, goodbye for now, and go Bucs!